This meditation is going to be about 15 minutes, and it's called a body scan. And it's really trying to encourage you to bring your attention to the body and to follow on the practice as best you can, and using it as an opportunity to rest and to disengage from some of the busyness and to just enjoy paying attention to the present moment. So having heard the sound of the bell, using that as an opportunity to find a comfortable and secure place where you can be for the next 15 minutes. So a chair, your bed, the sofa, the ground, and making sure that you're warm. And as you find your position, just closing over your eyes or lowering your gaze so that you're not obviously being distracted. So taking your position and remembering that in this body scan, you're not trying to feel anything particular. There's no best way to be. There's no best outcome. It really is an opportunity for you to be with yourself and by yourself as you are. So it's an opportunity for you to give yourself space, to lay aside some of the activities, responsibilities, and to just come into a real feeling of taking care of yourself. So with this body scan, I'm just going to guide you through the different parts of the body. And the idea is that you will try and have your attention resting on these parts of the body, rather than allowing your mind to be really active, rushing ahead to all the things that you have to do, and dwelling on things that you haven't done in the past or have done and don't want to have done. So as best you can, following the guidance, and in the moments that you notice you've got disturbed by either thoughts or emotions, recognizing that it's part of what happens, and then gently and calmly re-establishing your awareness with whatever part of the body I'm encouraging you to be with. And as we start, really feeling the support of whatever is beneath you. And if you can let yourself rest on this support, then you can relax, trusting the support of whatever is beneath you, holding you. And if there's any very obvious part of your body that feels uncomfortable or tense now, offering yourself the possibility of softening it a little, relaxing, just allowing it to be there, not trying to push anything away, just resting with what's present. And you might spend a couple of moments paying attention to the fact that your body is breathing. So where do you notice your breath as a dynamic, present moment experience? Perhaps you notice your breath as a movement in your chest. Maybe you feel your belly rising and falling. Taking an interest for a moment in this wonderful breath that's giving you life moment after moment. The in-breath nourishing you, and the out-breath letting go. And we haven't got far into this body scan, and you probably notice that your mind is busy. It's often the first thing that you become aware of when you quieten down and remove yourself from the distractions of daily life. You notice how really busy your mind is. And rather than seeing that as a problem, seeing it as something you can just notice, my mind is busy, but I can bring my attention back now to the breath, feeling my chest or my belly rising on the in-breath and falling on the out-breath. So in that moment, you've taken your attention away from the busy mind, and you've anchored your attention on something very much in the present moment, very dynamic, happening now. The in-breath and the out-breath. So as we progress through the different parts of the body and you notice your mind wandering, not giving out or judging yourself, just having an attitude of interest, your mind has wandered, and gentleness, you can return your attention to the part of the body we're focused on. And now bringing your attention to the top of the body, to your head, and seeing if you can allow your awareness to really notice your face. Your eyes, are they tense? And can you allow the muscles around your eyes to relax a little, soften? Really allowing your eyes to rest. Your eyelids are closed. Your eyes are not looking at anything, they can rest. And then bringing your attention further down the face and noticing your jaw. And this is always interesting to notice. It's often an area that holds tension. Grinding your teeth, tensing your jaw, clenching. And as you notice your jaw, seeing if you can allow your tongue to relax, and just pulling your chin in a little bit and separating your teeth. And you might find that that allows your jaw to relax and ease a little bit. And then bringing your awareness down through your neck, and if you're lying on the ground or on your bed, your neck can relax, it's not holding up your heavy head. And then allowing your awareness to come to your shoulders, and normally when you pay attention to your shoulders, you'll notice that they're a little held, a little tense, maybe leaning forward. And as you allow your awareness to rest on your shoulders, seeing if they can drop a little, allowing gravity to pull them downwards, allowing your shoulders to soften. And again during the day you can catch yourself noticing how tense your shoulders get, as though they're carrying the weight of the world, your burdens, your problems. And as you bring your attention to your shoulders, simply allowing them to soften, relax, with gravity pulling them downwards. And then taking an interest in your arms and notice what they're touching. And bringing your attention right the way down through your arms to your hands. So what are your hands touching right now? Are they pressing against something? Or can you allow whatever they're touching to be touched softly? And taking an interest, being really curious about any little sensations that you might feel in your hands. They're very sensitive. Can you feel, are they warm or cool? Are they tingling? Can you feel any sort of vibration or life in them? Just an interest for a moment in your hands. How do you know they're there if you don't look at them? Perhaps you can just feel them. And then moving your attention away from your hands and your arms and noticing how you're doing. If you're not used to sitting or lying still, you might feel a little restless. And that's okay, that's just how you're feeling. And rather than fighting against it, just respecting. I'm a little restless. That's interesting. And now let's see where we go in the body. So bringing your attention to the back of your body and really feeling the job your spine does. It holds you up, keeps you upright. And if you're sitting, you might feel the stability that you get from your spine, and allowing the muscles around your spine to just let go and relax as much as possible. And it's easier if you're lying down to feel these muscles letting go a little. Really feeling the stability, the strength that your spine gives you. And then moving your attention to the front of the body, and often the front of the body is a little tense, bracing against the world. And as you lie here now in the quietness of your own company, perhaps some of that bracing or tensing can drop away as you bring your attention into simply being here. Nothing else to do, nothing to fix or figure out for the moment. Just allowing yourself to be here, steady, interested, curious about what's present. And allowing your attention to come to the area of your chest, the rib cage, protecting the heart and the lungs beneath. And for a moment again, feeling how the lungs expand on the in-breath and they contract on the out-breath. So for a moment, appreciating that this happens moment after moment. The lungs expanding, taking in oxygen, nourishing you. And the out-breath, the lungs contract, letting go of the unwanted air. And then aware and respectful of the heart beneath your rib cage, protected, beating moment after moment, keeping you alive. Your heart, your life. And then before we move lower down the body, checking in again to see how you're doing. Maybe you're a little sleepy. Some of the exhaustion of life stepping in, being felt, being experienced, and that's okay if you need to sleep. Just allow that. And if you're fighting with a busy mind, just letting go of the fight and seeing if you can bring your attention back again and again to the physical body sitting or lying here. And we'll move down now to the area of the belly, the tummy. And like I said, it's often a little tense, bracing against the world. And right now, can you allow your tummy to just relax and feel some ease, allowing the organs to do what they have to do without the tension on the surface. The many organs inside the belly, keeping you well, keeping you alive, doing what they do. And then bringing your awareness down to the area of your hips, your lower back. And often the lower back is an area that gives some trouble, pain, tightness, tension. And in whatever way you can, allowing some of the muscles around your lower back to just relax, soften a little. And then bringing your attention to your legs, these legs that have been working for you much of the day, walking, running, bending, moving. So feeling your legs if you can, right now. And perhaps starting with your right leg. Can you actually feel your right leg? The top part of your right leg, rather heavy, a large bone surrounded by a heavy muscle. Can you feel the density, the pressure, the heaviness of the upper part of your right leg? Maybe in touch with the chair or the bed, the floor. And then allowing your awareness to be interested. What does your right knee feel like? The lower part of your right leg. Is that muscle in your calf tense or relaxed? And then bringing your awareness down to your right foot. And how do you know it's there if you don't look at it? Can you feel it as something very dynamic, something tangible, touchable? You might feel your heel in contact with the ground, and maybe your toes constricted by your shoes or your socks. Your right foot resting. And then moving your attention very intentionally to your left leg, and again noticing if you can actually feel the experience of your left leg being there, not just thinking about it, but can you feel your left leg resting? And the upper part of your left leg, perhaps feeling some tension in your thigh. Maybe that can relax a little as you notice it. And this part of the body is very heavy, the largest bone in your body, surrounded by muscle, skin, nerves. Can you feel any sensations in your upper left leg? Heat, cold, heaviness, pressure. And then taking your awareness down through your left knee, your left lower leg. And then what can you feel in your left foot? How do you know it's there at the end of your leg? Perhaps feeling cool, warm, the touch of your foot on the floor, your toes constricted in your shoes, just allowing your attention to explore your left foot. What's there? What can you feel? What do you notice? Maybe nothing. And then becoming aware that you've guided your awareness as best you could down through your body. And how do you feel right now? You've been lying and sitting here for 10, 15 minutes. Maybe that's unusual for you. So however you feel right now, giving yourself some credit for the fact that you've taken some time to remove yourself from responsibilities and activities, and to give yourself some time to simply be with the body, the mind, the heart. And before we finish, taking your right hand and placing it on your belly, and allowing this hand to really feel the life in your body. The in-breath and your belly rising a little, expanding, and the out-breath, your belly contracting or falling. So this hand is like a listening hand, listening to the life coming and going in the body. And then taking your other hand and gently placing it on your chest, as though your hand is resting on your heart. And this hand is a hand of kindness, care, a sort of gentle and tender touch, taking care of yourself, giving yourself space, giving yourself time to switch from the busyness of doing to the simplicity of allowing yourself to simply be here. Just finding some ease, some space, some peace, as you feel a gentle hand of care and a hand that's really feeling the life within you. And resting for a few moments in your own space, really feeling the possibility of turning towards yourself more often with support, with kindness, with an attitude of care, deep and genuine respect for yourself. So lying or sitting and breathing, and appreciating that whenever you take the time to step away from responsibilities and pay attention to your body, your heart and your mind, it's just like giving yourself a little gift, and you can do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And whatever time you take to be with yourself, with kindness, is always valuable. And hearing the sound of the bell again, and then you can slowly open your eyes and begin to re-engage with what's around you, and taking whatever benefit of this 15 minutes with you into the next activities of your day.